All right, we're back with Tea Time Disc Golf here at the Sellersville Fishbowl. I'm Devin Frederick, joined by Johnny Blaze today.
What up? What up?
So we're back for the final round, final 11 holes of the Sellersville Fishbowl with myself. I think I'm 3 strokes ahead right now.
Yeah, you're shooting really, really well, man.
Yeah.
Mike's shooting pretty well too, though. At 14.
Yeah, and he's only 3 back. We also got John Kracht shooting pretty well. He's 2 back of Mike, 5 back of me, and Mark Saraceno, who fallen off a little, but still a good player, throwing together some quality shots mixed in with some not so good shots.
Yeah. He's an up and comer, so he's just a little rusty. So
yeah, we'll be starting off on hole 9. A little bit of an uphill putter shot. Believe the basket is on the right, so I'm just trying to throw a straight shot up to the top of the hill and give myself a 15-20 foot putt.
Yeah, just something nice and safe. It's a birdie hole. All these holes back here are.
So yeah, that's just my DX AVR.
That's beautiful. Beautiful shot. Just exactly how you draw it up. Mark here is probably going to throw a forehand. He's a little forehand dominant.
Yeah, a little bit more of an ace bid going to forehand. You can see it popped up on the skip.
Yeah, that had to have been exciting from the tee box. And then Johnny Kraft right in his backyard here, throwing another forehand.
I say this is definitely one of the ones you feel like you must get. It's pretty short. But you can see Johnny catching the early tree. He's probably going to be getting up and down for his par.
Yeah, definitely one he wants to get. And here's Mike. Ooh, giving it a chance at least by going long, but a little long.
Yeah, a little long. You can get some of the bushes in your way going long, so we'll see what he has.
There's Carman in the bush. Ooh, tree-nied.
Yeah, he still probably doesn't have a clean look from there, but he is only about 10 feet away.
Yeah, that's the toughest part about this green is there's a lot of trees in the way. If you're 15, 20 feet away, you can just have something right there that just denies the birdie, but Mike cleans it up there, so not so bad.
Yeah, the rest of us are also within 10 feet, so we should all just be cleaning up.
Nice birdie there.
Yeah, we'll end up having birdies at me and Mark, which is what you want out of that hole. It's kind of surprising that there wasn't, all 4 of us getting this hole a little bit, but...
Mm-hmm. They're just cleaning that up, Mark. Good job.
And hole 10's gone through some changes in the last year. They had a train derail right here behind this basket, and that all used to be woods, which is now open space from having to get equipment back here to lift the train out. But shorter hole, putter mid-range, just getting out to the field. Sits a little bit right side.
What'd you forehand there?
My Starfire.
Okay. There's Mark going with the forehand also. Oh.
Or Thumber.
I'm mistaken.
And slipped out of his hand and ended up in a terrible spot.
Yeah, you don't want to be short and to the right on this hole.
Looks like John's trying to follow my line. He might be flicking a rhino or something, though.
Yeah, he likes to flick that rhino. Here's Carman. Little turnover.
Yeah. I think that's his AVR, maybe.
Ooh, smooth as butter.
And, you can see Mark didn't have much from there either, just trying to hack it through the woods a little bit. And now he just wants to get up and down, get his bogey, and, plenty of birdies left. I'm sure he can get them back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Here's Johnny from a little downtown.
Yeah, he's probably right around Circle's edge. Just a little wide. Good height. You can see a slightly elevated basket. I think just about all these baskets sit at somewhat of a different height.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes. You're never quite comfortable. It's your practice basket at home tends not to be elevated, so you come here and you're a little
your practice basket at home is always the same height. You come out here and you're putting at one that's
Yeah, even
waist level. The next one's belly button level. The next one's up above your head. The next one after that's at your chin. So you never know what you're getting on the elevation out here, but it keeps it fun as a putter.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it can get boring having, all the baskets the same height. Ooh.
So we had 2s for me and Mike, and unfortunately Mark had to take a bogey there. And we'll move on to hole 11. Tight tunnel shot. And you can see they tack rubber to their trees, kind of preserve their trees a little out here, and they know they get beat up on this hole. And you're just going down, and this is one you want to either lay up short or go for it and get across the creek.
Definitely. Here you are. The backhand, is that an AVR?
That's my whale.
Ooh.
And yeah, I just yanked it over. Not a good shot.
Mike forehanding a Firebird.
Trying to get a little more aggressive.
That's not too bad of a kick. I'll have a look over the creek from there. Ooh.
And you can see how tough this lane is to hit.
There's Mark. Looks like he peers it right there.
Just about catches the last one. So this isn't a real easy spot. He probably can't really see the basket, just trying to turn it over, get to the other side of the creek.
That was a great shot.
And yeah, you can see this one, the basket's edge almost sits over the water. So if you hit anything but the chains on this one, you could bounce back into the water.
All right, Mike's safe across the creek.
You can see Mark just catching a little branch and keeping them short, and OB.
Oh, they're playing the bells for you.
It didn't help.
Yeah, you almost rang it in there, though.
Yeah, we got par
stay
putt.
In. All right,
yeah,
at least it's
nice
in.
Bounce. Staying safe. Didn't roll in the water, didn't bounce in the water. So, once again, you got to kind of take your lump and know there's more birdies to be had out here.
Oh, definitely. This is kind of a signature here at Sellersville. These baskets close to the water being played in. It's nice. It's a nice asset to the course, and definitely makes it a lot more difficult.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I enjoy the putting aspect of the game. So, as a putting fan, I like the challenge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, plus it's just fun going for it, and really getting that heart racing on some of those death-defying putts,
Walking up and looking at the water's edge and being like, yeah, it's still there.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it helps me or hurts me walking up and looking at it, but I still do it.
Now we got hole 12 here. Is this in the right or left position?
Left.
In the left position. This is a straight shot with a mid-range or like a long approach disc, a zone or a gator or a rat sometimes, You just want to put it over there to the left side and avoid that tunnel. There's definitely some funky winds that come out of that tunnel sometimes that'll turn your disc over. And this is a must-have. You're throwing over OB the whole entire time, so you really want to get it long enough and get it in bounds.
And anything hitting that wall of the tunnel, the way the tunnel wall is angled, it pretty much goes in the water every time.
Yep.
So you can't even throw it hard and try and bank it off the wall to stay safe. You really gotta, control your distance a little bit and get it over there to the basket. So I'm going with my shark here, and way wider and way higher than I wanted.
Was that wet?
No.
No, you stayed safe.
You can see the debate here, and you can see I let my group down there and assess the situation and waited for their call.
And this guy right here isn't going to give it to you if it's out of bounds. I'll tell you what. So,
nah, me and him are very competitive when it comes to our golf. You can see him getting fortunate off the wall there. He got stopped by that little bush.
There's Johnny with the mid-range.
Saying probably a rock 3. Going
Common
pretty straight
mistake.
for a rock 3.
Yeah. OB. So it happens a lot, You don't want it to be too stable, but, if you flirt on that understable side, you can definitely go in the water.
That's a good looking shot out of Mark.
Stays up.
Yeah, a little bit behind that tree, so to this basket, straddling out, and that's quite a bit up there.
Oh, yeah. That was a decentish run. You know?
I was fortunate enough to get the call from my group that was safe, so I'm okay taking a par.
Can't do much from over there. I've been in that spot many times, and yeah, you just lay it up and take your lick.
You can see Mike's battling with the bush and the tree a little bit. Just catches that branch. Fortunate not to roll there. It looked like it wanted to stand up a little bit.
Looks like all you guys is clean up here. Mark with his 4.
And yeah, I think this is one of the signature holes of the course. It's very pretty with the bridge and everything in the background. And then you come in to hole 13, probably second longest hole on the back here. You got to go up and over this mound. The basket sits back to the left. Once again, up on a little mound itself, elevated.
You give it a good heave there.
I got fortunate to cut through that tree with my Starfire and found myself getting, up in the putting range. A little inside, but I'll have a putt.
And here's Mike Carman here. What's he throwing? He's throwing a wraith there, more than likely.
That's
Beautiful.
closer to your traditional lane.
Oh, yeah.
Skipping it right up the steps to mere drop in.
Yeah, it doesn't really get much better than that. Oh, maybe Mark will get just as lucky as you. Not quite. Doing a little bit of course work there.
Good flight out of John. Just trying to get it up there in the putting range. He's probably just outside the circle, so he should have a decent look.
Yeah, it's pretty safe back behind the basket, so you can run pretty hard at it.
And Mark with just trying to throw it on the side of the hill, let it slide up to the basket, and get his par.
Oh, run it down, Ricky. Looking good, looking good.
Look at those raptor legs.
Oh, you get slow motion, too.
Ooh. That was a good putt.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
I was starting to feel pretty good by this point. I felt like they couldn't catch me and, just kind of put it on cruise control.
Just let loose a little bit. Great putt by John.
Yeah, I feel like I inspired him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're a very inspirational person. Oh, he gets a slow-mo, too. Look at this. Oh, Johnny. Like a doctor cutting that apart.
Just a little high for Mark. Once again, fortunate not to get the roll down the hill, but still taking some lumps here on the back.
And Mike with the drop in, too. It was a wonderful drive.
So, yeah, that was a few different ways to it, and the unfortunate 4 by Mark.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. We got hole 14 here. It's about a 420-foot hole downhill through this field. You really just want to stay right to the... Or is it on the stump this time? Oh, it's on the left side. Okay, so you want to stay clear of these trees and make sure you don't skip too hard into the water.
Split it.
And, just trying to get as much distance as I can, get it all the way out there. And leave myself about a circle's edge pot.
Yeah, you're pretty automatic from there this round.
And yeah, that initial gap's pretty tight for the length of this hole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to throw it as hard as you want and still hit that gap's the biggest challenge of this hole.
Yeah, it's nothing you guys aren't used to playing these courses in this area, though.
No, but yeah, when you're playing the rest of the course and you've kind of been throwing your mid ranges and your putters on a lot of these holes to finally get to a hole, you get to open up and then have to hit a smaller gap than you have on some of the other holes, it's a little intimidating. So far, we're all making it through and getting ourselves out there, and you can see Mark just catches the edge, fortunate enough to keep moving forward and get himself out into the field.
That might have been a good tree. Ooh. Mark with a touch forehand upshot. Looks like it sits in the circle.
Mike from about 60, 70 feet.
Ooh.
That might have been even more than that.
That was beautiful. No, we're not kidding you, Mike.
I think he was giving it a bid, but ends up right under it.
Oh, wow. You got a lot closer than I thought you did.
Putting stroke's feeling good.
Predictable. Great putt.
Yeah, the rest of them should be making routine work of their cleanups.
Pick that up for you? Not on film, John.
So yeah, that'll be me recording a birdie. Mike and John getting their pars, and Mark taking another lump. So yeah, this is hole 15. We're playing the left tee, so you're kind of trying to throw a spike hyzer at this basket. It's a funky little shot. I've only played this tee a few times. I was definitely walking up a little confused of what I should do. But yeah, the basket sits on this hillside, and you're just trying to throw a spike hyzer around this tree right in front of you and get close to the basket. The pond's right there to the left too, so.
Ooh. That seemed to work out for you right there.
Yeah, like I said, this hole kind of baffled me when I walked up, and I'm glad I made the right choice of shot.
Ooh, Mike lands just a little bit out of bounds.
Yeah, you can see he came up a little short and a little too much hyzer and ended up in the out of bounds.
And it looks like John's done that a few times before. Probably helped put that tee pad in at some point.
Mark looked like he was going a little lower, ended up a little higher on the hill.
That just makes for a more exciting putt.
Yeah, now he gets the putt down at the OB. So here's Mike to save his par. And he makes easy work of that.
There's a knee shaker of a putt down here.
Yeah, this is more downhill than the camera gives it look.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you can barely stand on that hill. Well, I can.
And that's pretty routine out of John. Cleaning up his easy bird.
He doesn't look too thrilled. And another birdie from you.
Doing the same. And Mark cleaning up his par. This is one of those almost feels like a must get too. It's kind of sitting right there in front of you. It does have the water to the right, but it is only 220 feet. So
yeah, it's a scary one, It's but you definitely want to get this hole. You're going with a forehand here, a little bit more dangerous than the nice safe backhand play, but.
And I definitely hung it out wider than I wanted. I'm leaving myself around circle's edge, putting at the water.
That's a scary one. You're going to have to have a big decision from there. And Johnny going with the forehand, too. He hangs it out wide just like you did.
Yeah, a little wide, a little long. He's going to have about the same distance putting at the water.
That seems to be a trend here. Mike, a little bit more inside.
And that's how you draw it
It
up.
doesn't get much better than that. Low and straight at it from Mark.
Another great shot.
That was beautiful.
So me and John have some decisions to make, and
No, John's definitely a smart golfer.
he didn't take any time.
No, you're not exactly the smartest golfer,
No.
but you know how to putt.
Yeah.
You know how to putt. That's all that matters. That was a wonderful putt there for
Yeah, I
two.
figured I looked at the scorecard before that, and I looked at the water before that, and I said, I got a big enough lead. I'm having a good round. Let's see if we can keep it rolling. And,
Oh yeah.
Gave it a bid.
Yeah, and then at this point, you definitely got to start thinking about a course record and, just definitely capitalizing on, this
I'm
tournament
not
here.
exactly sure where I ended up on course record for that round, but I was making them all round, so I just wanted to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, you definitely look excited there. That's about most excitement in anything we see on you. Usually, you don't let out too much emotion, so that's good to see. And we have hole 21 here. We're gonna be throwing from the left tee box. It's a hyzer shot up over the creek. It's a daring shot. You can lay it up short, go for the putt across, or if you got the cojones, you try to get across on the drive there.
Yeah, my preferred method is usually laying up short. I'm pretty confident in making my putt over the water. But this is another one where the rim of the basket just about sits over the OB. So if you hit anything other than chains, you could bounce back into the water.
Definitely, and you put that in the perfect position if you're laying up there. It looks like Mike's doing the same thing as you.
It's got to check up.
Maybe not. No.
He was trying to go over and missed by inches. So, yeah, you have to clear the rock wall to be in bounds. You can't just be laying on the hillside.
That looks like it's got enough. Yeah, that's not a scary putt back at that one, huh?
No, yeah, putting through some trees, and, you see where the line is to the basket, so. John getting it out there nice and wide.
Another great shot there.
Yeah, he's a little closer than Mark. Not quite the knee knocker,
Yeah.
but still not the putt.
Yeah, with John's putting, he has that.
Yeah, about circle's edge.
There you go. That was a Little Red Riding Hood putt there over the river and through the woods, That was wonderful.
Let's see if Mike can save par and slips through the chains.
Yeah.
But, hey, it stayed in bounds. A missed putt there from that angle a lot of times can go out of bounds.
Uh-oh. He's getting wet.
And, yeah, not drawing metal from there is no good.
Pretty automatic.
But, yeah, after you take your meter on this, you're putting out the water again.
That's true. That's true. Jerome is laughing somewhere maniacally.
But yeah, it is fun. We do crack jokes about how treacherous this course is, but it is what makes Sellersville, and I love it for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, this is hole 21. Here, this is a straight shot over both the creeks, and with creek right behind the basket again.
Yeah, the creek serpentines all down this fairway. Once again, it's just a putter shot. I am kind of aiming for that big tree.
Yeah, if you hit that big tree, it's a birdie. It's a drop in
yeah.
just about.
The worst case scenario is that tree's so big, if you end up dead square behind that between you and the basket, can be a little tricky to get around it.
Yeah. Yeah, for us short leggers, it's definitely not easy. You straddle around something like that.
That was a great shot. Mike can tend to struggle with this hole from time to time.
Doesn't look like he's struggling there. That was a great forehand from Mike Carman.
Settle down. He's just a little bit long. So anything that goes wet on this hole goes to the drop zone, which is where Mark just threw from. So you don't get your easy drop in 3 here.
Yeah. Great putt by John.
I'm sure we're going to see the same out of Mike.
Let's hope. He was a little shaky on that last one.
He squeaks it in the corner pocket. A little scared of the water back there. I'm not sure.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Unless he's fishing in it, he's not near it.
That's true. He might fish as much as he disc golfs certain times of the year.
Yeah, and he's not fishing discs out of the water, apparently. Except in the last hole. And here's Mark cleaning up. Great putt.
But yeah, not a bad hole out of us. 3 birdies.
Oh, yeah.
Mark had a nice drive. Just shows you how easy it is to go a little long here and end up in the water.
Yeah. All right, here you guys on the last hole here, you know.
Last hole, the fire hole.
This is a little bit of a victory lap for you.
A little bit. You know, I know what the card's at, and I know I have the lead. And this hole is sitting on the edge of the fire hole. So once again, you can see the edge of the basket is just about over the OB line. And
yeah, that's about as good as you can get on that hole right there.
Yeah,
Great
I was
shot.
just going for CTP and, you know, hoping it was in bounds.
Yeah, it looks like you have it so far there.
John playing it more traditional, going for the normal pin almost, and getting your putt back at this basket.
Yeah, you're guaranteed to get the disc in bounds if you go for the old basket. But you know, it's a scary putt. But anywhere you go, even where Mike's at now, that's still scary.
Yeah, because the basket is right on the edge of the circle, so it is literally wrapping around the basket.
All right, that was a great shot by Mark there.
Those are 4 pretty good drives on that hole.
There it is. Good job, Mike. Ending it with a birdie. Beautiful. And Johnny Kraft here. Rocking his caddy shirt from the Women's Global. Great putt there. Way to end the tournament.
Yeah, I can't thank John enough for all the work he does out at Sellersville, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a great guy. He was definitely very important in growing the club. And there you are with your final putt.
Yeah.
The 2018 Fishbowl champion, Devin Frederick.
Yeah, this was a good feeling win for me. I've come in second place at this many times now, so it finally felt good to get the win, and I kind of did it in dominant fashion, which felt great.
You shot 13 down that round?
Yeah, I think I shot 2 13 downs for the tournament, so I mean,
that's excellent.
Can't feel bad about that. But yeah, thanks to all the volunteers out at Sellersville, between Kate's Snack Stand, the church for the lunch, the Leathermans for all they do out there. Like I said, John and all the other volunteers out there, thanks for all your help. Thanks to Tea Time Disc Golf, Austin, Christian, Lou, all the editing you do, all the camera work you do, and thanks, Blaze, for coming out and being with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.